Fuck around and find out, bitches.
F-A-F-O.
Alright, so we just had Pete, our boy Pete here, had the first ever official meeting for the Department of War. And for all those people saying, oh, well, technically it's not the Department of War yet, it's the Department of Defense because it hasn't passed Congress for the name change. Shut up, shut up. The Department of War is such a badass name. I don't know why people are so mad about this or making a big deal out of it, but I mean, they complain about everything. Why wouldn't they complain about fucking this too? Like, it's such a badass and like testosterone-filled fucking name. Like, Department of War. Like, that's badass, you know? I like this one, so I'm gonna be calling it Department of War. I don't care if the name change hasn't been made official and whatnot. It's the Department of War. And if you couldn't tell by this fucking intro, hold on to your dresses, men, and women, hold on to y'all's fake dicks. Alright, because we're gonna get into this and I'm gonna hurt a lot of people's fucking feelings. Because for one, I agree with everything that Pete said. I watched his whole intro, the Donald Trump portion I haven't seen yet. That's gonna be for another video. But for Pete, I saw his whole thing and I don't know, well, I mean, there are gonna be people, I was gonna say, I don't know how, but I mean, some people are snowflakes, so yeah, I could see how. But me, I watched this and it pumped me up, right? For those who don't know who I am, essentially right now I'm trying to join the military. I am currently trying to get a waiver from my doctor because now I am diabetic free and now I'm eligible to join the military. So I'm just now starting off in this whole process on all that stuff. Yes, there are going to be some people that are already in here that are going to have their own opinions about what was said and all that stuff. But me and my opinion, meaning this is what I think about this situation. I don't care what y'all have to say. I don't care if I'm in the wrong. I don't care how y'all see me for having my own fucking opinion. But this is what I think, right? I am so hyped, right? I saw this and like it was like a motivational speech almost of hearing him say like, you know, like we are the Department of War. Like we have to make warriors, you know, like fuck this like woke, you know, scenario that they had us go through or this woke era that we were put through where we couldn't get on to people. We had to be careful on how we talk to them. We couldn't throw cuss words around freely. We had to be very, very lenient when it came to the PT test and, you know, and make it a bit lower standards. That way men and women could be able to join at the same time and all this stuff. Now, Pete came in swinging hard saying, fuck all that. We're undoing all that shit show and we're making America's military great again. And me, for one, I'm fucking excited. Yes, that does mean that now BCT will be hard for me for whenever it is that I join. BCT is going to be a pain in the ass for me now because everything's just going to be harder. But you know, that's why I joined, right? A lot of people come into the army or they join the army because it's their only option. Oh, I don't have enough money to go to college. I don't want to go to work, so I'll just go to the army so I can become a soldier and get free college, free housing, free food, and all this other crap. What a terrible life. But then there are a few people there who want to join the military because they genuinely believe in, you know, protecting America's rights and beliefs and the Constitution and all that stuff, right? And me, for one, I would like to classify myself as someone who's wanting to join because, again, I live the fucking dream. For those that don't know, I have a family-owned business and it makes very well money and we live very, very comfortably. I don't need to, you know, go and join the military, but I'm choosing to because it's something I believe in. I've always liked the warrior's mentality. I've always liked the idea and concept of overcoming obstacles, overcoming your fears, pushing yourself past your limit to become the best version of yourself. And where best to do that than in the military, where they literally push you to your limits, to your breaking point, and they tell you keep going. Not only that, but they make you work in teams, right? Like the guy to your left, you have to be able to trust him with your life, and same thing with the guy on your right and all this stuff. Like we are a team, we are a family, we are united, you know, together we stand strong, not diversify. Diversity gives us strength. No, it fucking doesn't. Unity gives us strength. And Pete said that in his fucking speech. And I agree with this man, right? Now, of course, like everything that's great and amazing, the left have to come here and fuck everything up by saying like, oh, Pete doesn't want colored people in the army. You know, Pete doesn't want black people to be able to join because of the fucking grooming standards. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, to begin with, I am Mexican. This is a real beard. I've seen what some of y'all black people call beards, and they ain't it, okay? Like, y'all shit don't even, like, connect here, or y'all got some, like, very small-ass fucking beards. That's not a beard, okay? This is a beard, right? And they're like, oh, I have to shave now because I'm going to get fucking ingrown hairs or I'm going to get burnt bumps. I get that shit too. We all get that shit. People with beards that grow this big, like we're all going to get that shit. It's not a black person thing where only black people have to deal with this, or it's only, like, y'all want to make everything about color and fucking gender. So, because like P also said like, oh, we're going to, you know, standardize the PT test, right? Yes, that should have always been a thing. Why the hell are we letting women lift lower weights and get into combat units, and then whenever someone gets hit or hurt, they're not strong enough to carry a dude, a 200-pound dude, a 240-pound dude with his extra gear on and be able to drag him to safety? Like, this is combat. This is war. War doesn't give a shit about your feelings. War doesn't give a shit about if you're male or female. War is war, right? And it's always been that way. But the woke community has, like everything, they put their little greasy fucking fingers in everything and want to manipulate everything to where they get a say so and they get their way and all that shit. And they did because of fucking stupid Biden and all that other shit, right? But now we're getting shit back to the way it's supposed to be, right? The right way, where it doesn't matter if you're male, it doesn't matter if you're female, you have to meet these standards, right? There are females that are stronger than me. I go to CrossFit. There are females that lift more weights than me, right? And they run faster than me and all that shit. That's what we need. I know some guys who are weak, who can lift, you know, their body weight. In most of the exercises, you know, they can't bench their body weight, they can't squat their body weight, they can't deadlift their body weight. They shouldn't join the army. Right now, every Thursday, I go with my recruiters to work out, right? And I see some scrawny ass dudes who can barely do push-ups. They shouldn't be joining the army. You want to go in? You want to try yourself out? By all means, go for it. And if you make it then, because again, you got 2 months to prepare, right? But I think the army is for those who really want to be in it. You know, I've always had this idea since a kid, and I still have it now, that the army is for those people who like want to be in it and know what it's all about, right? Like me, I used to be fat as fuck. I've lost a crap ton of weight. I used to be weak, and I'm getting there. Like, I can now lift my body weight a little bit, way over my body weight in most of these exercises and shit, and move around with it, right? I can deadlift it, I can squat clean it, I can clean and jerk, I can do all that shit that you do in CrossFit, right? But I had to get on that grind mode and that mentality that I have to get good at this because I'm trying to join the military, and the military is going to expect this from me, right? Some people join in there without having any preparation behind the scenes. They show up to BCT for those 2 months, and then they just meet the minimum requirement standards, and boom, I'm in the military. And then they join the military, they see how tough it is, and then they complain about it online. Man, like, I don't know, like, I watched Pete's video, and I was so pumped, like, yes, like, you as a military member, if you are proud, you should be proud to be in the military. You should want to be there. Enough of this whole, oh, I'm in the military and the military life sucks, or here are some top 5 tips on how to get dishonorably discharged in the military if you don't want to be here anymore. Like, fuck those people. If you don't want to be in the military, then fucking leave, right? This is for people who want to be a part of it, who actively try to do their best to get better and to, you know, improve themselves to be able to perform better for the military. You know, it's like anywhere else. Military men are workers. You know, people say, oh, you're owned by the government. Guess what, dude? You're owned by some fucking Mexican that owns that company you work for. Or you're owned by some white or black or Asian dude that owns that corporation. Like, we're all owned by someone, right? Don't make it seem, don't get on your high horse here and say, oh, military people are property of the government. Guess what? You're property of your fucking boss, right? It's up to him whether you come to work tomorrow or you don't. It's up to him if you get fired. And if you want, you can quit and go work for someone else who also gets to decide all that shit. Right? So people, I don't know, it's all weird and shit, like the social media right now, you know, attacking Pete for what he said. I honestly saw that video and I didn't see anything wrong. It's like, no, he didn't say that. You know, like, if you actually watch the video, he says, like, if the drill sergeant comes cussing at you or throws your bunk bed around or throws your shit around or yells at you for doing fucking up and all that shit, like, that's not a valid reason to go complain about your drill sergeant. He didn't say anything about sexual harassment. He didn't say, oh, like, those people that, you know, claim sexual harassment, like, y'all are just, you know, making shit up. And no, he didn't say that. He said you cannot complain or report your drill sergeant for doing his fucking job, which is to push you, to intimidate you, and to make you be better than what you are now. Because let's face it, when everybody goes into the military, we're all pieces of shit. right? None of us can wake up early. None of us can execute the exercise that we're supposed to execute whenever we have to. Like, they're there to push us and make us better people, right? And so a lot of people right now in social media are like, oh, like he sexual harassment. You can't complain anymore about if your drill sergeant's sexually harassing you. He didn't say that, right? Go watch the full fucking video. He even stated that if a drill sergeant is, being an excessive bully and all that stuff, then that, they'll take that seriously, right? Another thing that they're saying is about the whole grooming standard, about how, oh, they're trying to get black people out because of the grooming standard. Like, dude, like, what grooming standard? Like, we all get our head shaved. We all get our beard shaved. Like, I'm aware that I'm gonna have to get rid of all this and all this. And I ain't bitching about it. It's not a race thing. Everybody wants to make it a race thing. It's the same thing that Charlie Kirk said. He was right. It's the same thing that Charlie Kirk said, like, do you want a good pilot or do you want a black pilot? Do you want someone who actually met the standards and got the highest score to become a pilot? Or do you want someone that's there just to be able to say that we are diversified, right? And it's the same thing in battle zones. It's the same thing in war. It's like, do you want this dude to the left, on your left, to be there because he's black or because he's able to lift a human being's body weight, drag you across, pick you up, throw you around to safety when if needed, right? So do you want him to be black or do you want him to be fit to the point where he can drag you to safety if you're ever down or hurt, right? And it's the same thing for women. Do you want this to be a female for diversity, or do you want the person next to you be male, female, or whatever the fuck it may be, as long as he's able to carry your ass to fucking safety whenever you're hit, if you're hit, or whatever the case may be, right? But like, no, people get offended these days, man. And that's why I'm tired of all y'all shit. That's why I'm tired of your shit. Because y'all get offended about everything, right? Like, oh, he's trying to get rid of black people from the military. Oh, he's trying to get females out of the military. He's trying to make it an all-white military. Like, no, he never said anything about that, right? He did mention black. He knows how y'all are. He's like, I'm not trying to get less black people in here. I'm not trying to get less females in here. But if it happens to be that way with the new regulations that we're going to have, so fucking be it. Yes, that's how it's supposed to be. We're the Department of War, right? We are soldiers. We are meant to go and attack foreign and domestic enemies, right? So we have to be able to fight whoever is on the opposite side. Right now, this whole Venezuela thing, I don't know if y'all are aware, but like the government right now, USA is like in a heated argument with Venezuela right now, and the Venezuelan cartel president shit, right? He's arming his citizens, right? And there's this one video where like there's a whole bunch of like fat women running around with like AKs, really slow because they're all fat and chubby and shit. And then they kneel down very slowly and then they aim all awkwardly with the AK, like putting their eye right up against the fucking iron sight and shit. And we're making fun of them. We're like, look at these dumb fucks. Like, please send us over there, right? But then you look at our military and there's fat fucks here too, right? I was a fat fuck. I still kind of am a fat fuck. And guess what? I'm working behind the scenes to keep grinding and lowering my weight, right? Yes, you're fat. You shouldn't be fat. The military is an image-based thing too. That's one of the biggest ways to like show fear in your enemy is by show of force, right? Show that you're there and that you look manly and that you can take out a motherfucker, right? But no, we have these fucking Happy Meal fucking lieutenants and fucking whatever the fuck they are, like fat people everywhere, just fucking chunky as shit, right? And it's like, no, like, where's the intimidation at? We are not intimidating. Having men in dresses, like Pete said, is not intimidating. Having women not know what the fuck they are is not intimidating. Having men not know what the fuck they are and trying to fight about fucking, oh, I'm a female and play pretend and all this shit in the military is not scary at all. Man, honestly, like, I watched that video a couple times, just his segment, like over and over again, just like trying to listen to, and trying to find ways like what are these people mad about? Like, what do they not agree with, right? And I don't see it. What's weird to me is a lot of veterans, a lot of old vets and all that stuff are upset about this too. Like, why? Why are you upset about trying to make the military a great military? Like, why is it so important for there to be women in there? Why is it so important for there to be black people or Hispanics or whatever the fuck it is, It should be a place where it's just intimidating men who are warriors, who are waiting for the order to be let loose and go and attack and demolish and fucking kill, right? And Pete said it himself. Like we are warriors. You know, if you want peaceful times, you need to prepare for war. Yes, because like all these people like that want peace and they want all this shit. Like you had to fight for it. If you want peace, if you want your ideology, you have to fight for it, right? And a lot of these people here are like, oh, free Palestine or free this, free that, free Israel, and all this shit. Yeah, guess how you're gonna free them? Guess how we're gonna go over there and fuck the enemy up? By being strong ass fucking military, by being a strong ass military, right? But no, like, no, you know, like they just find shit to bitch about and cry about. I heard what he said. I mean, I encourage y'all to go watch it because, I mean, people here and there are just cutting like snippets out and all that shit of like, oh, like, look how no one's applauding. Look, like, yes, they're military men. It's a bunch of men in there watching another man explain of how shit should have been from the get-go. So they're not going to applaud. They're going to be like, damn fucking right. Damn straight. It's about time. Like, holy shit, right? Like the whole rules of engagement. Even Pete was like, you know what, fuck rules of engagement. Why the fuck are we limiting our troops? You know, like we're training them to be warriors and then we set rules on how they have to act out there in the battlefield? Fuck no. Let them do whatever the fuck they need to do. Let it be up to their discretion on who the fuck they blow their heads off and all that shit. You know? That's the type of leadership we need. That's the type of mentality we need in our fucking military. Right? And again, not all people may agree. And some people may come up to me and be like, man, shut up, fucking Mexican. You're not even in the military yet. Damn fucking right I'm not. But I'm working my ass to get in there. And I'm almost fucking 100% guaranteed that I'm going to get in there, right? Because I ain't no little snowflake like y'all. At the moment I see trouble or fucking obstacles and shit, I get excited. I want to, you know, be put up to like my limit and all that shit. And I hope he delivers because he's saying it's going to be a lot harder. And it just so happens that it's going to get harder whenever I want to fucking join. So boo-hoo for me. I'm going to deal with that as soon as I get there. Once we hit that bridge, that's when we'll cross it and all that shit. But like the whole grooming standards, totally fucking normal. Yes, image is everything. My dad tells me that all the time. And he gets onto my ass and he gets mad at me because I struggle with that, right? But imagery is important. You know, you have to look sharp. You have to look good. Not for everybody else, but because you are a part of something bigger. It's no longer you as an individual. You are now the U.S. Army. You represent that everywhere you go, right? And so that's why I hate when there's like soldiers online like bitching and complaining about the Army, is because it's like, dude, like you chose to be in there. Like why are you there then? Why are you there if you don't want to be there? You know, like they give you college, they give you fucking housing. What more do you want? You know, like what are you bitching about? What are you bitching about? Because it's hard work, because you have to wake up early and go to work. Guess what you're gonna have to do out here in the civilian world too, dumbass? Get up early and go to fucking work. What are you bitching about? You know? So yeah, so he said that they're bringing back some OPT tests and like, you know, they're bringing back the standards for like everybody, you know, male, female. You know, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think it makes sense. It makes perfect fucking sense. But people these days, they want to complain about all this shit. I just wanted to, you know, quickly stop by here, give my opinion and show how excited I am about this. If y'all want like a full breakdown where like I show y'all clips of the actual thing and we can break it down a bit more, I can do like a part 2 for this where we break down every point that he made, because he made a few, right? But I'm pretty excited about this. It motivated me, right? It got me hyped. And I don't know if he ever gets to see this because I am still a small YouTube channel, but Pete, good job, man. You motivated me. I'm excited to hop into BCT and AIT and the fucking Ranger School and all that shit and just do my best and try to be the warrior that you think we can be. Right? So I applaud him for that. A lot of people were complaining. A lot of people were, you know, saying, oh, civil war and all this shit, or like soldiers remember your oath. But that's a whole different thing. I think that's more related towards the Trump's portion of the speech, which I will also make a video on. But yeah, just wanted to drop by in here and just state some facts. Like, fuck y'all's feelings. Fuck what y'all think. Like, war is war. Fucking military is the military. It's a place for warriors. It's not a place for woke people or diversity or inclusion and all this shit. Like, fuck no. Fuck no. If I make it, great. I'm not going in there to represent Hispanics, right? I'm not going in there to represent a group of people or to make the military more diverse. No, fuck that. Like, I don't care about my race. I don't care that I'm Mexican. I'm going in there because I want to be a part of the team of elite of warriors, right? Of people who push past their limits and showed that they got what it takes to be a part of the best, right? That's what the Army is. That's what every department should strive for, to be the best of the best, you know. So I'm not there to be like, oh, like I gotta show that Mexicans can do it too, or I gotta show that my race can also join and be a part of the like, fuck no. Like, there's a shit ton of Mexicans in there. We don't give a shit. We don't care about race. We just want to go in there and do our fucking best and just, you know, live a good life, you know. So because it is a good life. It is a good life. They provide housing. They provide fucking food. They provide everything. Like, what more do you want? They provide college. That shit's expensive, right? And, you know, they give it out. You know, but a lot of people take all that shit and then they still want more. You know, so it's like, no. Not me. Not me, you know. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty motivated. Oh, yeah. He also mentioned that the fucking drill sergeants can now, like, put hands on the recruits and all that shit, like on all the people that are going in there and all that crap for basic training and all that. And a lot of people are saying, oh, so now they can put hands on? Like, fuck yeah. Like, I would, dude, like, getting manhandled by a drill sergeant, that would be awesome, dude. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm excited about joining and all that shit, but like, oh man, like, people are just snowflakes these days. Like, oh, they're gonna put hands on me? That's not right. Like, shut up, dude. Like, freaking an enemy outside is not gonna give a shit what you feel or on all that crap. So yeah, like, fucking put hands on me, throw me around, call me a bitch, make me your bitch. I don't care. Like, I'm excited about this shit. I'm excited to join the Army. So I don't care. Like, all this, like, oh, we're gonna make it harder and all this shit just makes me giddy, makes me happy, makes me excited to fucking join. But not everybody's built this way. But yeah, let me know what you thought about Pete's portion of his speech, of like what you may agree with or what you may disagree with. But honestly, everything that I heard, every point that he stated was on point, and I agree with everything, right? So let me know what down in the comments what y'all snowflakes think. If y'all disagree with him, I guess tell me why. Not that I give a shit, because you're in the wrong anyway. But go ahead, tell me why. Tell me why you don't like it. Tell me why it's wrong. We can get into a little debate down in the comment section. I don't care. I like to make y'all mad, and it's honestly, it entertains me. So yeah, let me know down in the comments what y'all think about all this, of all the situation that's going on. If y'all are new to the channel, subscribe. We don't give a fuck about people's emotions here. We just try to make the best content out there and just try to have a good time while we do it. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one.